Hey, Cosmic Friend. This is your timeless weekly reading for the week of October 21st through the 27th, 2024. Boundaries disclaimer. This is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'll see you inside the reading. Beginning of the week. Two of Water, Friendliness, clarified by King of Fire, Creator. We are befriending ourselves and being kind to those around us as best we can while embodying this inner fire of the King of Fire. This is the person who is in alignment within themselves, their inner environment, their external environment, as much as possible, are in harmony or friendly relationship, while the fire of empowered action is burning and active. Middle of the week, 5 of Clouds, clarified by card 19, Innocence. Further clarified by King of Water, Healing. If things come up as we are in action this week that are bitter comparison thoughts, these are looking at someone else and comparing their chapter 15 to your chapter 5. This is our self-limits that we place because they're better than us or whatever the comparison is. Let yourself be firmly rooted in the idea that you have a purpose. Your creativity, your example has a purpose here, and observe for that purpose. The people around you, especially your healthier relationships, will mirror back to you what it is that you're here for. Like, what is the win-win about people being in relationship with you? You're going to be approaching this with an attitude of the adult ability for presence combined with childlike innocence. So you're going to be observing and noting, but not negatively judging yourself. King of Water. And from this attitude and noticing, this witnessing of self, comes healing in our hearts. Our personal power is freed in a way that we have been perhaps needing. Closure, healing, release, opportunity begin to open. End of the week. King of Clouds, Control. Source is saying that this King of Clouds, this control that we're experiencing, is likely imposed from outside sources. Disconnect what is inside of you that is rigid, that has too high expectations, that's too exacting, meaning things have to be perfect. Check in with yourself in regards to the places internally that are perfectionist to the point of pain, the need to control versus the allowance of teamwork and flow and ease and rest. This control situation is very likely some kind of test, maybe of spirit, maybe source might be testing you to see how you're able to stay in resilience during this challenging situation or circumstance. There are people who have gone through things like this. There are people who can help you with opportunities to get out of this situation by leaning into some skills or talents or contacting some community that you have not yet been in contact with. Allow this opportunity, as challenging as it may feel, to grow you. Use the witnessing ability and the befriending yourself abilities from earlier. Use these as practices to endure this situation. There may be opportunity for you to expose the control. Do the best that you can to keep yourself regulated. Take those deep breaths. Double check that message. Stay grounded during that phone call if you need to make them. Do the best you can to stay grounded. Take care of your self-care. Care for your body, your water, your sleep, your rest, your play, and your connection to safe people this week. In summary, at the beginning of this week, we are befriending ourselves and our relationship with our environment as we embody the maturity, the balance, the personal power of the Creator. Middle of the week, we are in a place of healing as we notice our moments of comparison or our states of being that create negative thoughts about ourselves or about others. We are observing ourselves as we move through this week, checking in for things that are comparisons in a negative way, And as we do this, the King of Water tenderly holds us and helps support us as our heart knots and our personal power are healed. And we can use this power to create, to embody ourselves, to nourish ourselves, to make our situation and those closest to us a little bit better. Because in order to change the world, we must change ourselves. The end of the week gives us a situation that is likely to bring up or trigger control in us. The situation externally is likely to be one of control. It may bring up old habits. Really be connected to your body. Really be on your self-care this week. You can absolutely make it through this. Keep track of the lessons as you go. This is by no means something small, but you got this. If you found value in this video, please leave me a like, drop me a comment down below. Let me know how your week has gone. If you haven't already, remember to smash that subscribe button on your way out. This is Tanisha Ahava, your guide on your expansion ride. It has been a pleasure serving you. I will see you in the next one.